Hello, it's Miss Halls. Please open up to classwork number 2, Graphing Quadratics How-To Guide. It looks like this. I am going to tell you right now that if you follow along, you will have this entire worksheet completed. If you follow along, you can use this worksheet on your test. This is going to help you with everything we're going to do for the rest of the school year. So this is the most important classwork to do. Okay? Before we continue, real quick, if you have not finished your Learning Target 7 reflection quiz, you can always do it, or you can retake it if you do not like your grade. If you need to retake it, please email me and I'll give you a new copy. Okay? With that being said, x-intercept. Method. Remember, we're going to factor the quadratic equation. This is what we did in classwork 5 and 6. You need to identify your A, B, and C value, make a diamond, and use the box method. Okay? So we're going to go to my work right now. I already completed it. The equation that we're going to do is x squared plus 2x minus 24. So we have to figure out our A, B, and C. Our A is 1 because 1 is in front of an x. Okay? Our A value is a number. Our B value is the number in front of the x. Sorry, 1 is in front of the x squared. That's your A value. Your B value is in front of the x. Yep, our B is 2. And what's our C? Negative 24. So A is 1, B is 2, C is negative 24. Okay? Then we do a diamond. Remember, A times C goes on the top, and B for bottom goes on the bottom. So it's negative 24x squared on the top, and then it's 2x on the bottom. What two numbers multiply to get negative 24 but add to get 2? 6 and negative 4. So right now, pause this video and see if you can do the box and see if you can finish this problem. Okay, welcome back. So in your box, you should have got x squared, which is your ax squared value, your c value, which is negative 24, and then these two numbers are the numbers that are from the side of the diamond. When you pull out the GCF from x squared and 6x, you get x. The GCF of negative 4x and negative 24 is negative 4. The GCF of x squared and negative 4x is x. The GCF of 6x and negative 24 is 6. And you can always check your work. X times x is x squared. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. X times 6 is 6x. Negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. Okay. If this is confusing for you, factoring, please come to office hours or look at classwork 5 and classwork 6. But when you're done, you're going to do x minus 4 and then x plus 6. It doesn't matter the order. Now we have to take it one step further. This is called ZPP. ZPP stands for the zero product property. Set your factors equal to 0. Solve for x, and the y coordinate is always 0. So, x minus 4, x plus 6. I'm going to set each one to 0. X minus 4 equals 0. X plus 6 equals 0. I'm going to solve for x, so I'm making an equal wall. I added 4 to both sides. X equals 4. Here I subtracted 6 from both sides. X equals negative 6. When I make it a coordinate, it's going to be 4, 0, because these are your x-intercepts. And then negative 6, 0. Okay, pause this video, rewatch it. Make sure you understand how we find the x-intercepts. You first factor, then you do ZPP. Okay. Okay, if you're ready to move on to vertex. Your vertex, remember from classwork 1, is your highest or lowest point on the graph. You're going to use the equation x equals negative b over 2a. So negative b, well, b was 2, so it's going to be negative 2 divided by 2, and a was 1. 2 times 1 is 2, so it's negative 2 divided by 2, so it equals negative 1. Step 2. Find the y-coordinate of the vertex. Plug your answer into the original equation. So I am plugging x equals negative 1 into my original equation. When I do that, I get y equals negative 25. So my coordinate is negative 1 because my x was negative 1, and my y is negative 25, and that is my vertex. Once again, pause this video, make sure you understand how to find the vertex. Are you ready to move on? Okay. Line of symmetry. The equation for the line of symmetry is the same as the x-coordinate of the vertex. Well, the vertex we got was negative 1 for x. So the line of symmetry is x equals negative 1. You do the line of symmetry with a dotted line. So in the graph on the second page of your worksheet, notice that the green is your line of symmetry. It's the line that cuts a parabola in half. Okay, y-intercept. Your y-intercept is the x-coordinate of the y-intercept is always 0. Remember when we did the graphing, your x-intercept is your x value is always 0, and then for this, it's your c value is your y-intercept. So going back to our original equation, our c value was negative 24. So our y-intercept is 0, negative 24. Symmetrical point to y-intercept. To find the symmetrical point, count how many units the y-intercept is from the line of symmetry. Then count the same number of units on the other side of the dotted line. Okay? This will be optional, but it helps you draw a parabola. Okay? So you won't be tested on it. You won't have to do it, but it might help some of you visually. Since the line of symmetry was x equals negative 1, that means it's 1 spot away from the y-intercept. Then we must go 1 away on the other side of the line of symmetry, which makes it the point x equals negative 2. If we look at this graph, we see here's the vertex of the line of symmetry is the green line. The y-intercept was 1 away from the line of symmetry. So we have to go 1 away on the other side, and that's x equals negative 2. What would your y value be? You got it. The y value is actually the same y value as your y-intercept. Your y-intercept here was negative 24, so the y value would be negative 24. So going back to my notes, with the same y-intercept value. So your answer would be x equals negative 2, and your y value is negative 24, because that was your y-intercept. Remember, this is really confusing. It's really hard to teach it over a video because it's very visual. But you can use these notes on your test, so I would highly recommend making sure you understand this. Come to office hours, and I'd be more than happy to help you. To complete classwork number 2, all you have to do is put in the vocabulary. There's 5 vocabulary words, and you put it in. So for A, for instance, what would A be? Well, it's crossing the x-axis, so you are correct. It's x-intercepts. Then you figure out the vocabulary word for B. We went over that already. It's the line that cuts the parabola in half. So I'm going to leave that for you to figure out. You're going to do B, C, and D on this worksheet. Okay. Thanks for listening. I miss all of you. And there's DOG sleeping on the couch. Bye.